Always a way to play it, Scott Bauer. And in the first half of the year, the way to play high inflation was, well, first off, it was bonds, it was munis. I know a lot of folks that shifted into munis and actually are doing, they're more in protection mode for their portfolio. But then you also have the energy markets and that energy stock play that has actually been a good return. Not that I want to see energy prices jump for most Americans. It's painful enough to watch. But at the same time, if you're trying to protect your portfolio, that's kind of how you're going to do it.
There's no question about that, Cheryl. And over time, historically, in periods of inflation, energy and REITs, real estate investment trusts, they've been the places to be. 71% of the time, energy actually outperforms inflation, and REITs 64%. But you know what? Those may be a tired trade at this point because there was so much. We saw those gains so far. So, looking forward into the next quarter and maybe into the end of the year, I'm looking a little different place here. I'm looking more in the consumer staples and the pharma industry. So Coca-Cola is a stock that I think is fantastic for this environment. Continuous dividend increases. They've diversified. They've sold off their bottling companies. It is just as rock solid as a company that's out there. Now, is it, a high-flying, stellar, are you going to see 10, 15% growth? Probably not. I think it's a great company for this environment.
Well,
Johnson
sure.
& Johnson is the other one.
We had Johnson & Johnson on your screen.
I'm sorry?
We had Johnson & Johnson on the screen as you were talking. That's your other pick, J&J. But I want to point out here, Scott, really quick, I want to pick up on that Coca-Cola thing because, look, we already got earnings from PepsiCo. Their foods business actually produced a very strong quarter. So if you look at a PepsiCo as the barometer for a Coca-Cola quarterly report, you might be wanting to look at Coca-Cola right now, and the stock is slightly down today.
Absolutely. And like I said with Coca-Cola, it is as steady as it comes. Consistent dividend increases, the fact that they have diversified and, as I said, sold off their bottling business, that actually just feeds into the bottom line. That feeds into the revenue growth. So I really like those two stocks.